Good morning, cadets. Let us solve some more problems on Gauss law. These are little bit different problems what we have solved yesterday. There is a electric field acting along x-axis. The electric field is such that it has no components along y-axis and z-axis. It has only component along x-axis. Means electric field is acting only along x-axis. Look at the diagram. Electric field is acting only along x-axis. It does not act along y-axis and it does not act along z-axis. So, the electric field components in the figure are Ex, x component of electric field is given by alpha x raised to half, Ey equal to 0, component along y-axis is 0, Ez equal to 0, component along z-axis is 0, in which alpha is given 800 Newton per coulomb per meter raised to half. Calculate the flux through the cube, total flux through the cube, and the charge within the cube. What is the charge within the cube? Assume that A, the side of the cube, A is the side of the cube, equal to 0.1 meter. This is given. Here, the electric field is acting only along x-axis, but look at the value of electric field. Ex is equal to alpha x raised to half, means electric field is function of the position x. As x increases, electric field increases. It means electric field is not uniform. It is a non-uniform electric field which acts only along x-axis, and its a y component and z component are 0. Y component means the electric field along this direction is 0, electric field along z axis is 0. This is given. So, only electric field is acting along x axis, but that too it is not uniform. It varies with respect to the position x. If that is the case, you are asked to calculate what is the total flux through the cube and then what is the charge enclosed by the cube. Okay, fine. Now, look at the cube. Cube is of side A and the cube is also placed at a position A from the origin. This is the origin. So, cube is placed at a position A, right, and electric field acts only along x axis. So, since electric field along y axis and z axis is 0, the flux contribution by these faces, top and bottom faces, means if you look at the diagram, you will find the planes which are perpendicular to x axis. The planes which are perpendicular to x axis are, you see, the yz plane. This is right side yz plane and this is left side yz plane. The flux is penetrating through only these through left and right faces which are yz planes perpendicular to x axis, whereas there is no flux which is acting, there is no flux linking with the xz planes. This is xz plane, there is no flux linking with this xz plane. Similarly, there is no flux linking with xy plane also, no flux is linking with xy plane, that is no flux is linking with the front and back faces, no flux links with the bottom and top faces, the flux links only with the left face and right face which are perpendicular to x axis because of the given condition Ey Ez being 0, okay, and that too Ex is not constant, it is varying with respect to x. Alpha value is given. So, I can write Ex is equal to 800 is given, x raised to half, 800 x raised to half, means as you go on substituting the value of x equal to 1, x equal to 2 and all, the value of electric field goes on changing, goes on increasing. given by this relation. Now we can calculate what is the flux with the left side phase and what is the flux with the right side phase, and we can calculate total flux. So I will write first the flux linking the first YZ plane, first YZ plane, first left side plane, left face, that is first YZ plane. I will write it as phi L. Phi L. Look at this. If you draw the normal, normal is perpendicular to the face and it is always outward. And the electric field is acting, this is the normal. You can just write it as n cap, which represents unit vector perpendicular to the face. And the electric field is inward as it is given here. This is Ex. So when you look at it, the angle between them is pi. So phi L now can be written as E, electric field at that place, E at A, into the area vector. Area vector here is, let us say, let A be the area vector, which is nothing but small a square, small a square. So EA into cos 180. Cos 180 becomes minus 1. Cos 0 is plus 1, cos 180 is minus 1. Therefore, phi L becomes EA into A. So what is EA? EA is given here, 800 x raised to half, where x takes the value A. So it becomes 800. If you just write it as A raised to half, let us say first we will write A as it is, 800 A raised to half into area is A square. So it becomes A square. So thus phi L becomes with negative sign. Cos 180 is minus, therefore it becomes minus, negative flux. Therefore phi L is equal to minus 800 A raised to 3 by 2, A raised to 3 by 2. So this is phi L. Similarly, the flux linking with the right face, flux linking with right face, right side face, I will write it as phi R. Now you look at it, the electric field is acting in this direction and the normal is also outward normal, which is also in the same direction, n cap. So the angle between them is 0, cos 0 is 1. So I can write here E at that place. Now A value here is, x value here is A plus A. So it is 2A. E at 2A, E at 2A into area is again same A into cos 0, cos 0 is 1. So E at 2A I can write here, what is the value of electric field at this place. So in the same, it is now positive, cos 0 is plus 1, so positive 800 into A becomes 2A, 2A raised to half, 2A raised to half into area is A square, area is A square, cos 0 is 1, therefore it is positive. Thus it becomes 800 times square root of 2 raised to half is square root of 2 into A raised to 2 plus 1 a raised to 5 by 2. So this is phi r. Now in the same way, if you look at it, the flux linking with this top surface, bottom surface is 0, because the angle between electric field and the normal here is 90 degree. Here it is of course minus 90 degree. The flux contribution is 0 here. So flux is 0 with respect to this, and here also flux is 0. In the same way, flux linking with the front surface and back surface is also 0. So the flux with remaining faces, pair of top and bottom, pair of front and back faces is 0, because the angle is angle of area vector, angle between area vector and electric field is 90 degree. So flux is 0. Therefore, there is only flux contribution from right face and the left face. Now we can calculate what is total flux. Once we calculate total flux, then we can calculate what is the charge enclosed. We will calculate now the total flux, phi r plus phi l. Therefore, the total flux now becomes net flux through the cube phi is equal to phi l plus phi r. The phi l is negative, 800 a raised to 3 by 2 with minus sign, and here it is 800 square root of 2 into a raised to 5 by 2. So I will write here minus 800 a raised to 3 by 2 plus 800 a raised to 5 by 2. Now a value is given 0.1. So we can substitute the value. Now before that, let us simplify this. Therefore, phi is equal to 800 times, we can take a square common. If we take a square common, then you will be left with yes, 800 a square root of 2 minus 1. Yes. So now we can write it as 800 a raised to 5 by 2. If we take a raised to 5 by 2, then it becomes you are left with 1 minus root 2. A raised to there is an error here. So a raised to 2 plus half, it becomes a raised to 5 by 2. A raised to 5 by 2. So here it is a raised to 5 by 2, and here it is minus 800 a raised to 5 by 2, 800 root 2 a raised to 5 by 2. So 800 a raised to 5 by 2 is common. So you are left with root 2 minus 1. Yes. Here it is 5 by 2 raised to 5 by 2 root 2 a raised to 5 by 2. So if you take out a raised to 5 by 2 common, 800 a raised to 5 by 2, you are left with root 2 minus 1. So this is the answer. Now you have to substitute the value of 0.1, that is a equal to 0.1. So it becomes 800 into 0.1 raised to 5 by 2 into 1.414 minus 1. So that becomes 0.41. So if you simplify this, it comes out to be 1.05 Newton per coulomb meter square. Newton meter square per coulomb. This is the total flux linking with the cube. Once you get the total flux linking with the cube, now we can calculate charge enclosed. Therefore, the charge enclosed by the cube, charge enclosed by the cube using Gauss law. Using Gauss law, we can write directly Q equal to epsilon naught times flux. Q by epsilon naught is equal to flux, therefore Q is equal to epsilon naught times flux. So we know the value of epsilon naught and we know the value of phi, that is already being calculated here. Therefore, the charge Q is equal to 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12 into the flux 1.05. Yes. So if you substitute this, you will get so much of charge. So if you calculate this, it comes out to be 9.27. Just 8.85 into 1.05, it comes out to be 9.27 into 10 raised to minus 12 coulomb. This is the charge enclosed. 9.27 picocoulomb, 10 raised to minus 12 coulomb. So this is how one has to calculate the electric field and then calculate the flux, then calculate the total flux, then we have to go for calculating charge enclosed by the surface. Okay, let us solve one more problem. Okay, now look at this second problem. An electric field is uniform and it is in the positive x direction for positive x. Suppose this is the origin. Electric field is uniform along positive x axis and it is taking positive value along positive axis and it is uniform. 200 I cap Newton per coulomb along positive x axis and uniform with negative x axis also, negative x direction for negative x. So if you think of this as a negative x axis, it is uniform along this also and E is equal to definitely minus 200 Newton per coulomb I cap. So that is given here, minus 200 I cap Newton per coulomb acting along negative x axis. Now consider there is a right circular cylinder of length 20 centimeter. You can see the length of this cylinder is 20 centimeter. It is placed in such a way that its geometrical center, its center is at the origin. A right circular cylinder of length 20 centimeter and radius, its radius is 5 centimeter, has its center at the origin. It has its center at the origin as shown in the figure. Now, its flat faces, circular faces are exactly at 10 centimeter along positive x axis, that is right side face, and left face, you see, it is exactly at minus 10 centimeter from the origin, so that the total length of the cylinder is 20 centimeter. This is given. What is the net flux through each flat face? What is the flux through right side circular phase? What is the flux through left side circular phase? That is first question. Second one, what is the flux through the side of the cylinder? You see, this is the cylindrical side of the cylinder. So, what is the flux through this side of the cylinder? Okay, that is second question. Then totally, third one is, what is the net outward flux through the entire cylinder? What is the total flux through the entire cylinder? And the last question is to calculate the charge enclosed by this cylinder. So, although the question appears to be very big, look at the diagram, you will be able to follow. Assume that there is a source of charge here along the origin such that the electric field is uniform along a positive x-axis having value 200 I Newton per Coulomb, having same direction, having same value, that is uniform electric field. Similarly, along negative x-axis also it is having uniform value minus 200 Newton per Coulomb acting outwards. So, we can calculate what is the flux linking with the flat face, right side flat face, what is the flux linking with left side flat face. That is quite easy. Now, if you look at this, the normal drawn here is in the same direction as that of the electric field. So, normal of the area and the electric field are in the same direction. Similarly, at this second flat face, the normal, outward normal is again towards left side, and electric field, you see, that is also uniform in the same direction. So, the area vector and electric field vector are in the same direction, both the cases. So, one can calculate the first question, what is the net flux through each flat face? Okay, first, the flux with left flat face means circular, left circular face. I can write phi L is equal to E dot ds, E dot area, E dot A, E dot A, where A is the circular area of that. So, here both are in the same direction, but they are acting along the negative x-axis. Therefore, I can write it as minus EA, minus EA. Then I can substitute what is the value of E and what is the value of area, pi r square, where r is the radius. Radius of this cylinder is given 5 centimeter. I can be able to calculate the area also. Now, similarly, the flux with right face, right flat face, phi r. Now, look at this. Here the electric field is also positive, area vector is also positive in the same direction. So, we will get naturally positive flux E dot A. So, we will get plus EA. Here it is minus EA because the electric field is acting along negative x-axis, which is uniform from the origin, and here it is electric field is uniform along positive x-axis, right, in the direction of x-axis. Therefore, the flux linking with right flat face is positive, the flux linking with left flat face is negative, right. Then we can calculate what is the total flux. So, first we will calculate individually. Phi L is therefore equal to, therefore, what is phi L? Phi L is equal to EA. E is given here 200. So, you have to consider the direction. So, if you consider the direction, the flux becomes positive. So, I will rewrite once again. Considering the direction, you will get the positive value. How is it? Let us see. Now, look at this. Electric field is negative because it is along the negative x-axis, minus 200 I into area vector is also along negative x-axis, that is also negative, minus area vector A. So, minus of minus becomes plus. Therefore, I can write here plus 200 into area. So, 200 into area is pi r square, where r is the radius of the cylinder. So, that becomes 200 into 3.14 into r. 5 centimeter becomes 0.05 square, r square, 0.05 meter whole square. We should write always in SI units. So, that becomes the flux linking with the left side. So, if you calculate this, this comes out to be 3.14 into 2 into this one. So, it comes out to be about 1.57 Newton meter square per coulomb. In the same way, I can calculate what is phi r. So, now there is no question here, both are positive, there is no problem. So, 200 same way into A. So, it becomes 200 into 3.14, that is pi, into r square, 0.05 whole square, same value. So, this is also outward flux, 1.57 Newton meter square per coulomb. It means when you look at the diagram, the flux is outward here also, the flux is outward here also, the flux is outward here also. So, outward flux. So, when there is outward flux, you can assume that there should be positive charge enclosed by the cylinder. There should be positive charge enclosed by the cylinder. Now, that is the third question. What is the total flux? Okay. Now, second question is, what is the flux through the side of the cylinder? Flux through the side of the cylinder means cylindrical side of the cylinder. So, here if you take any small surface here, the normal will be outward and electric field is in this direction along x axis. So, the angle between them is 90 degree. So, the flux contribution by the cylindrical face is 0. Here also, if you take any small area, it is always cylindrical vertically outwards. So, electric field and area vector are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, the flux through the side of the cylinder, the flux through the side of the cylinder, the flux through the side of the cylinder is 0. So, there is only flux contribution from right flat face and left flat face. So, that is how we can calculate total flux enclosed, total outward flux through the entire cylinder will be only through right face and left face. Just add them, we will get the total flux. Then next, what is the charge enclosed? By applying Gauss law, we can calculate the charge enclosed. So, we got the flux through each flat face. Now, question B is the flux through the side of the cylinder. Flux through the side of the cylinder. If you write it as E dot ds or phi is equal to E dot delta s, by taking those small elementary areas as delta s, the angle between them is 90 degree. So, E delta s cos 90. So, cos 90 becomes 0. Therefore, the flux through the cylindrical surface is 0. Cos 90 is 0. So therefore, the flux through the side of the cylinder is 0. Therefore, now we can calculate the net outward flux through the entire cylinder. The net outward flux through entire cylinder is now only due to the flat circular faces. Total flux phi net is equal to phi L plus phi R. So both are outward positive fluxes, therefore it becomes 1.57 plus 1.57. So it becomes phi net is equal to 3.54 Newton meter square per coulomb. So the last question is calculate the charge enclosed. Therefore, D, calculate the charge enclosed. Charge enclosed using Gauss law. Applying Gauss law. Applying Gauss law, Q is equal to epsilon naught times the net flux. Epsilon naught times the net flux. Therefore, Q is equal to 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12 into 3.54 net flux. So this gives us the total charge in coulombs. So if you work it out, this comes out to be 2.78 into 10 to the power of minus 11 coulomb. 27.8 picocoulomb or 27.8 into 10 to the power of minus 12 coulomb. So with scientific notation, it can be written as 2.78 into 10 to the power of minus 11 coulomb. So this is how one can solve by applying Gauss law. In the next video, we will start discussing about uniform distribution of charge, linear charge density, surface charge density, volume charge density, and how to calculate the electric field due to such uniform distribution of charge. There you will find the Gauss law very useful. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.